Hello, welcome to the Kindred Essence Tarot and our latest reading, which is what is the consequences, or will they face consequences for their sordid actions? So, that's the question, is will they face consequences for their sordid / crappy actions, whatever that can be. So pick one of the piles and let's get started. All right, pile number 1. Interesting, a pink, beautiful stone here, but we'll see. I'm assuming their actions was not beautiful. So, okay, so I'm hearing the first thing that I heard was desperation. So, this card, in its negative sense, is, like, that's the whole first word I heard is desperation. Almost, spiritual desperation. That's the whole first word I heard. And then conflict. But it's a very specific kind of conflict of being almost cast out of society, as I'm hearing, a desperation. So yes, there is a consequence for his action, being cast out from society. And then what do we have here? Somebody, look at this right here. I really like using these. I combined 2 decks right here. And yeah, I heard cast out from society. So that would have to mean maybe someone has figured out what they're up to. Maybe they've been cast up. I'm hearing for some it's cast out of their family, cast out of their workplace. In some cases, like maybe for doing something illegal in their workplace. But I'm hearing a lot of cases cast out of society. So that would mean something almost potentially illegal. Oh, and then, you know what card I got here? Look at this card. Somebody facing justice from... Look at that. Look at this picture right here. I like using these combinations. So the person is facing some sort of very strong justice, and then they feel almost desperate. And then they feel almost at the mercy of someone else, is what I'm getting from this right here. So yeah, they feel at the mercy of someone else. So yes. But the very first word I got was desperation. So yeah. And then almost this person feels that they could go back and do something different, but they absolutely can't. So it's almost like this is their karma to pay for this life. It feels very significant. It feels even... Okay, I'm hearing facing some sort of legal consequence for something really nasty that's almost has... And it's like this circular effect that's affected other people. So it could be something extremely negative. Don't want to make this YouTube friendly, or I don't want to make this trigger friendly or YouTube unfriendly, but something that's like really had effect on people. So it's either something like that, like something even S-U-L, like I try and keep this, but S instead S-U-L. Yeah, like that's something in a negative, spicy manner that they did, so to speak. But then I'm also hearing that essentially they did something or it could be something illegal. Like I'm hearing something like the Enron scam, like where they did something where they have to face, like this is the card that I got here, like they've got to face some sort of legal consequences. So it could be something that they've done in the workplace, defraud somebody, like something very legal, or to hurt somebody in an S-U-L manner. And then, yeah, I'm drawn to this stone, and it's about... They did something, what I'm hearing from that is they did something that was very far, far away from their spiritual center. So much so that even if there was not legal consequences, there would be spiritual consequences. So I'm hearing that the legal consequences are sort of an icing on the cake. So they're not, it's like, yeah, icing on the cake. So it's like they've gone so far from their spiritual center, and that in itself is a consequence. So something really profound. And it's almost like, this is what I'm hearing, it's almost destined to happen. Like this is, yeah, destined to happen. And then I said destined to happen, and then I've got this right here. And then there's a glass thing that's broken. It's almost like, when you knock down a glass, right? See that person's, losing control of this glass. It's almost like it was their karma to pay in this lifetime. And it's almost like there's a sense of destiny to it. And it was there was their lesson to learn in this life, to do this bad action and to go into this dark, away from their spiritual center in order to pay some sort of debt or learn some sort of lesson. So it's like something that was almost inescapable. Interesting. Like, and not inescapable, like they could have, like their soul trajectory did this again and again and again. So it's just almost like it had to happen in this life. It had to happen. They had to go down this trajectory that was far away from them because their soul had sent it in motion so much in other lives that they just were like, it could not have happened any other way. Yeah. And it could not have, and it's almost like they're seeing a version of themselves because of they did this action. They did it so much that it's kind of like, oh boy. And then I see, okay, I'm gonna kind of cover this up here, but there's like certain images on here that would indicate that I was thinking when I was thinking about it. So I keep it YouTube friendly, but yeah, that's just for my own perusal. But it's almost like this person's like, they almost, I'm hearing, how could they have done that? Like, it's like they almost did it and it felt good at the time, so they did it. Like, they thought that it was, they kind of really, they did something that was not just morally ambiguous, but clearly illegal. Clearly illegal, and it's like, they thought they could outrun, like, it's almost like, I don't want to say mischievous, but they thought they could just get away with it, and they just kept on doing it. But no, then this person came, like, you look at this very final, holding this rope right here. Yeah, they're doing that, and it's like they're just doing it. They're doing it, and they're doing it and rot. And it's like they know that this life, like they kind of know that their life that they had is almost over because it's gone. It went on too long, and finally the consequences, like they could not keep the appearance up anymore. Like they thought they could outrun justice by keeping an appearance, or it's almost like at the last minute they realized they're going to be caught, and so they retreated. And and it's like it's like there's an inherent knowing at the beginning of their life that they were going to be caught for this, is what I'm hearing. They were going to be caught for this, and they kept on almost I'm hearing screw God, screw the universe. So like they just thought that they could just perpetrate this evil act. And it's almost like when people, and I want to keep this YouTube friendly, so I'm going to speak in sort of euphemisms, but why would people do such harm to, for example, a little one, right? Why would someone, it's almost like they're trying to laugh in the face of God, but like God, I'm hearing this image of God spit on this person. God was like, no, and it's a very odd image, but yeah, this person, not a good, I'm hearing not a good cookie. This person is not a good cookie. Weird. But yeah, this person, and it could be illegal, like it could be defrauding people, but it could also be something like the R word, right? Or the grape. We'll call it grape, right? Because we want to keep this kind of trigger. We want to kind of keep it like trigger friendly, right? So yeah, so that's pile number one. Now let's go to pile number two. Let's see, what do we got here? We've got pile number two. We've got a pink stone. Will this person face consequences for their actions? So 4 of Wands. So that indicates some sort of bedrock, of foundation. Victor, interesting. And then they're both very victorious as cards, but let's see what else. What are the other story? And then materialism. So very victorious. So I'm hearing that this person, another card. This is why I like using 2 cards. So it says victory. You've got the victory card twice. Interesting. Curious. Let's see if maybe we'll pull some other cards, because as very significant, I'm assuming this has something to do with, let me see, on the 4 of Cups. Okay, so this person, interesting. I'm going to pull some more cards because it's very significant. We've got the 6 of Wands, which is kind of a victorious card twice, and a bedrock of security. But then we've got 2 very negative cards, which is materialism, which is somebody chained, and the 4 of Cups. So let's get some clarity on this, because I want to get some. Okay, we got heard from 4 from the bottom here. Let's see. Okay, so So this person gives me the impression of somebody's very covetous, very fame hungry, very like narcissistic. I'm hearing that they cry. They go into their room and they cry. So it's like they're almost in this private hell of yeah. Like they tried to, they thought that what they would get would make them happy, and it didn't. So now they're almost in their self-created private hell of this delusional narcissistic like yeah like it's almost like, okay, this is what I'm getting because I've got cops here. You know how cops, they have to act totally tough all the time. Well, this person is in there. They've created, it's like they've created so many delusions for themselves that it's hard to even, their mind is so fractured. Like it's somebody who's very narcissistic, almost even fame hungry, even wanting to create this stability of victory. But it's almost like whether they have this or not, or they perceive, I'm hearing their perceptions are so screwy, it's hard to even say if they've achieved their so-called aims. But whether they have or they're not, they're basically trapped inside their own hell of their, like I see this dark hole, and it's like they're so far away from people. So I'm gonna try and get, okay, let's ask, what kind of things did they do? Okay, so I'm hearing that they left people behind that were truly important, or their values were so screwy. It's like that they became insane. It's almost like, it reminds me, I'm not saying this is a celebrity, but somebody who goes for celebrity like aims, and then they get it, and then they become insane. Not to say that this person actually got what they wanted, but it's kind of like now they're stuck in this childish, almost infantile state, almost this like this, almost in this state of madness. And then we've got King of Wands here. It's almost like this person has become almost psychotically demanded, and they're almost, I'm hearing for some, they've gone into this state of spiritual dementia where they don't even know what's right anymore, or what's wrong, or what's actually happening. So that's what I get, is that they've gone into a spiritual psychosis. It's like they've done this pattern of, and I'm hearing, okay, for some it could be a trigger warning, ABUSE, some form of ABUSE, but they're so delusional about what happened that they're in a state of absolute madness, and this will almost like go into the other side. This will almost fear. So they're in so much fear, but they don't even understand like the basis of their fear. Like they're in this so much fear, and I just see madness. Like they're in pure madness and violate. So this person, okay, what I'm hearing is that this person may have violated somebody else. It can be in an SULE way, but it can also be in an emotional way, like in a way that, but this person gives really narcissistic vibes, like the type that, if this is an abuser, it's the type that really wants to look good, or is a straight out some form of narcissist, whether it's an overt or covert. They really like to look good. They are all about the type that will do these nasty things or delusional things, but want to present themselves in a certain way, and their image of wanting to create this self of being so important, and so why being this decayed moral character. It's like, so that's what I'm seeing. Okay, it's a combination of wanting to have this narcissistic facade while simultaneously being this decayed moral character, is making them it's made the split between their psyche so immense that they're going into a spiritual psychosis. So this is not fun. So I'm hearing in some cases they will be held, I mean, it's about 50-50. In some cases they'll be held to task in various ways, people calling them out but it's like the spiritual psychosis is the main thing. Like there's it's split between their psyche wanting to look good and acting in a way that is so reprehensible has created this psychosis and their psyche and violate and attack. And I'm hearing that that the violating, attacking energy has been one that they've put into other people. In some cases it's in a an actually really nefarious way, but in some cases it's in a verbal, like in a verbal emotional way, like a really nasty emotional individual. But it's like they did these things, whether they were really literally attacking somebody and violating them or doing it like in an emotional level, they somehow narcissistically always glossed over it. And because of this fact, they're like I say, the split I said in their psyche is so severe that it's just like, and this could be, okay, I'm hearing this could be a woman, or this person could have harmed women if it's a man. So I'm hearing it could be, it could be somebody who harmed women, or it could be a woman as well. It feels like 50, maybe 60% man, 40% woman, because this is a collective reading, but it's like, could have harmed woman, or I'm hearing something, or their partner or woman will leave them, and this will kind of cause them more psychosis. But the psychosis was always going to happen anyway, so it's sort of like this woman leaving them is just icing on a cake, because it's like the psychosis, the spiritual psychosis cake of the separation between their delusional world and their narcissistic world, combined with having to justify their bad behavior, is so severe that the person leaving them is just on the tip of the and then hate. And I'm hearing everyone hates this soul. Even on the other side, I'm hearing everyone hates this soul, because now they, like, I'm here to conform about 3 or 4 things. This person didn't conform to good moral standards. They thought they were too good for basic moral standards, or they forced people to conform through manipulation, or they used society norms to make people conform and pretend that they were better than they weren't, or they attacked people. Another 4th thing is they attacked people who would not conform. So this feels like I'm hearing the word a psycho soul whose home is no longer in their own head. This feels very strange and disturbing, this energy. So like, but their home is no longer in their head and everything like that. So yeah. So they're basically, I'm hearing they're toast, basically. They're basically toast. And it's not good. It's not good at all. For them, at least. For other people around them, I think it's to see this person descend into this is actually good for the people around them. But not for them. Like, not for them. It's good for other people. It's almost, because this person, my sense is this person has stepped on a lot of toes, like in a minor way in some ways, but in minor ways to major ways. So it's kind of a relief. People kind of like to see this person bite the dust. Yeah, so to speak. And then pile number 3. Let's see pile number 3. Let's see, what do we have here? Okay. So this person, let's see, will they have consequences for their actions? Interesting, the first card, I saw this person's very, very, very alone. And then I've got another card right here. Yeah, juggling. Okay, let's see, what else are their consequences? So the first thing I got with the Hermit and the 9 of Pentacles is they're very, very alone. And they're kind of forced to endure, like, to juggle other people's stuff is what I'm hearing. They're forced to juggle everybody else's stuff. But let's get some more cards for that. Yeah, they're supposed to, and they don't have any person to attend to them whatsoever. They just have, I'm hearing this person just is go, go, go. Go, go, go. And yeah, the person, apologies. So this person, I'm hearing, Interesting. This person has been kind of nasty to other people, and they expect people to apologize to them. Woman, interesting, apology. So they expect, I think this person is chained to their expectations of other people. This feels like a very unconscious person who is very, very unwise. And they almost don't even see what they've done is wrong. So the consequences to their actions are, they're like, they feel like a very shallow soul that doesn't even know what they've done wrong. That's what it feels like. They don't know, so it's like this person, I'm hearing the worry card is so immense for this person. This worry card, and they feel attacked by people, and then they feel that they want people to apologize to them. It feels like this person is very, almost like they just don't, and I'm hearing that this person's very stupid. It's almost like there's a part of them that doesn't even understand spiritually consequences. Or, so what is the consequences of assorted action? Yeah, they don't even understand. I'm hearing, I do not understand. I do not. So this could even be an NPC-like person. Interesting. They just don't. It's like they lack. Like like you've got the stone right here. I'm not insulting the stone, but it's kind of like they don't almost have the spiritual capacity to understand. It's like they don't. They're very cut off from any kind of spiritual understanding or even common sense. Like even from common sense. Like it's common sense eliminate. And this person, they almost like they try and eliminate any evidence of their wrongdoing. Eliminate embarrassment. They eliminate any, like this person doesn't even have the capacity to recognize that they've done anything wrong, which is interesting and disturbing. But will they have consequences? I'm hearing yes. I see yes with the exclamation mark, but it's like they don't even have the capacity to understand. I can't overstate almost the spiritual and psychological stupidity of the soul. It's like I'm getting real NPC vibes, right? Very, very NPC vibes. Attack. So this person, like, they attack people, but it's almost like they don't. It's like they attack and abuse other people, but they expect an apology. They expect an apology. They expect someone to apologize. They almost like expect other people to apologize for their actions. It's like they don't even have the capacity to. I'm hearing this person's almost psychologically infirm. They don't have the ability to understand. Like if you would explain to them, okay, what did you do? They would feel like, no, I didn't do anything wrong. So this person doesn't think that they've done anything wrong, but nonetheless, it's like this person has sown seeds of chaos in other people's lives in various ways. So I'm seeing attack and chaos and worry. The Tower, Knight of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. So Knight of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the Tower. I see as this person being the person's consequences, but the very sad thing is this person will not comprehend this. The person will not ever learn to comprehend this. Yeah, it's like this person, I'm hearing from that, is that they're dancing in the dark. They're literally dancing in the dark, and they will do that probably for this lifetime. I'm hearing 4 lifetimes, 4 different lifetimes. Like I'm hearing that with that almost like they'll sail away from this lifetime and they'll do this again for 4, like they're remarkably stupid. Like I'm hearing the glass is half empty when it comes to their understanding of things. Like they just, and I'm just wondering if they maybe have some form of brain damage. Like this person, it's like they feel, it's like, I almost feel like they're like an unconscious authority figure. Like they could almost be that a psychotic authority figure NPC that just doesn't even like they're just dumb as a pole, and they just don't get it. But I'm hearing, yeah, like 4 lifetimes, and then they might kind of figure it out, but they have to go through. I just keep on being told their stupidity, like like I'm hearing they may, and it's not going to resonate with them. They may lose a lot of cash. Actually, like that's one of the things is it's going to happen, and this will be really not something that they want. They somehow lose a lot of cash. Yeah, like, and they might even be, okay, I'm hearing cash mule. They may even be used by somebody else, like as a fool, like as a cash mule. I heard, yeah, cash mule, and then I like cash mule, and we've got that mule right there. So it's kind of like, you know, when they use in scams, right? They use cash mules, and sometimes they don't, sometimes they know, they pretend not to know. But this person could somehow be used in a scam, and by somebody smarter and more evil. Like it's almost like this turtle, and I'm saying like, yeah, the person is slow. Like I just see them being so slow, and yeah, like it's just like, yeah, it's just, and then almost like measuring their progress by some arbitrary measure that doesn't even make any sense, like measuring their, like almost, you know, when someone measures their food intake, but it's something about that. Or someone may, I'm hearing it's not going to resonate, but someone may slip something in their to their food. It's not going to resonate for everybody, but it's kind of because they're not watching. Like I'm seeing them becoming a tool for somebody else, like, and just being like, and it's like they have some mental, I'm hearing like they have some like 60, they're working at, this is what I'm hearing, they work at about 50 40 50 30 40 50 60 30 40 50 60 capacity of their mental self, kind of allows them to get around in the world. But then there's a part of them that's so dense, it kind of beggars belief. It actually beggars belief. It's like, and there's somebody, like I'm seeing almost somebody being able to take advantage of this person's obtuseness. And to the point, yeah. And look at this. This person's in the water with a shark, and there's a hook there. Like I'm just seeing this person just getting so off balance because they, like I'm hearing this is an NPC or a very young and stupid soul. Like they're young and stupid soul is what they are. And it's just like, because of that, it's like there's these threats that are going to come in, and it's like almost like I'm hearing this person was nasty, but this person, like I'm hearing this person's a nasty person who's really had some negative effects on the people. But the people, like I'm hearing, if you think that this person was bad, like the people this person's going to encounter are nothing compared to how bad this person was to you. Like I just keep on seeing, like, yeah, almost like really nefarious, like, and then I have this sort of imagery I'm kind of hiding to the side because it's kind of like they may even get some, like they may even, someone might even, trigger warning, slip something in their food or their drink and take a sort of liberties with them, if you will. Not trying to be trigger warning, but I just see these like nasty energies surrounding this person. Like, okay, it almost feels in a weird sense unfair. Like this person's put this nasty energy in the world, but it's like there's too stupid to figure it out. And it's like, because there's too stupid to figure it out, like, and I mean, not saying it's unfair, like they'll find it unfair, like they put some nasty energy into the world, but it's like they'll get, what they're getting is so much worse when like normally it's equal, right? Normally or it can be equal, but it's sort of like it's so nasty and awful. And it's like if they weren't so stupid, they could avoid it. But it's almost like to get to sort of, okay, it's interesting. It's a very interesting pile. It's almost like to up level them out of their stupidity, they're going to really need this nasty energy. Look at this right here. Look at this. Look at these two cards right here. This nasty woman who just has bad intentions, and this really nasty cat. Not dissing cats, but look at that right there. Look at that. And it's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like, because this person, they're going to get so much worse. Yes, it's going to be the Tower. It's going to be Nine of Swords, but it's going to be so much worse because this person, it's almost like they need to get an up-levelment out of Stupidville. like an up, like they need to be. And it's almost this nasty. If it's almost if this energy can be so awful and nasty, it's like their soul will. I can see their mind becoming a little bit less dense. It's almost like the density in their mind needs to be up leveled because they just don't get it. They don't get it. And like, and they don't get it. And because of that, actually having a really nasty energy thrown at them in this life that's much worse than anything they've put out will help you prevent them from having the 4 next lives be this bad. If it can be bad enough in this life, that makes sense. Weird. It's a weird pile. You never know what you're gonna get when these piles, but they're always interesting. That's for sure. All right, so that's all we've got. Hope you have a terrific day.